A new MLS season is upon us. Alexis Yun is
Already?
here alongside
Already?
Ale Moreno. Yes, already, and we're excited. Can't you tell? Or maybe it's just the pint of coffee I had earlier on, Ale. But
Strong coffee. Very strong.
this is your 2019 MLS Pick'em. I know it's just his opinion, but based on last season, because you know the Twitter trolls come out, based on last season, we want to know who you think will be the biggest surprise, top scorer, MLS MVP, breakout star, and eventually MLS Cup champion.
It's early days. It's
very early days. Let's just say
Very
this.
early.
Disclaimer, this is just Ale's picks based on last season, so don't come at him or I'll have to get nasty.
Yeah, well, in the middle of July. Well, you said.
Well, remember you said, you know they're coming, but it's okay. It's our job. We're doing it. So let's start off with the biggest surprise. Now, this can either be a player or a team. Let's see who you went with.
Okay. I went for a team.
Ooh, the Colorado Rapids.
Yes, and look, they were awful last year.
Yes.
Yes, they won a grand total of 8 games out of
Yes.
34. That's not very good. But they have made adjustment and changes and acquisitions, and they seem to, at the very least, made themselves competitive. So Kai Kamara comes onto the team, Benefel Haver comes onto the team, Kelly Acosta came in late last year from Dallas, Keegan Rosenberry has now added himself to this equation. Diego Rubio has come from Sporting Kansas City. Those last 3 guys, Rubio, Rosenberry, and Kelly Acosta, they've been re-signed now for contract extensions. So they seem to be building at least a core group of players. And when you have a core group of players and then add a couple of pieces here and there, you're going to be competitive. And I think the Rapids are going to be competitive, and they may surprise 1 or 2 people along the way.
Well, remember that we had Tim Howard here just a couple of weeks ago, and for the romantics of football, like myself, we spoke to him, and he's very excited about Kai Kamara, and it is also his final season there. So you'd think the team would rally around him to give him, you know, a nice send-off.
I'm not sure that
they can rally hard enough.
I'm not sure that they're going to rally around him and say, let's give you a send-off. They just want to be better than what they were last year. And
what is that? What would be the surprise you think that we can... Where's the bar for them?
I think they can back their way into the playoffs and maybe building some momentum and some confidence, defending a little bit better. Colorado is a team that I think is going to create problems for people, and they have enough players to do that. Now, are they an MLS Cup favorite? I don't think so, but I do believe that they'll improve from last year and they'll be a better team than what they were. And again, if they get off to a good start and they get confidence going, they may just surprise.
Well, I think anything apart from last year will be an improvement, with all due respect to Colorado. So let's move on now.
I'm trying to make a case for them, and here you just...
Safe pick for Ale. Let's move on now. Top scorer. If I see anybody else besides Vamos Venezuela.
What, are you going to get mad?
I mean, I think your entire country might get mad at you, because could anybody stop Josef Martinez?
And do I want to make my
year?
country mad?
No, of course not. So let's see. Venezuela, this one's for you. Oh, he did it.
Yep, you know.
Yep, because who else?
You
who
love
else?
it. Yes. Now, he's not going to score the 1,000 goals that he scored last year.
So Lightning's not striking the same pace twice?
Well, not at the record-setting pace that, oh, by the way, he set the record. He would be breaking his own record. I don't think that's going to happen. However, he's still going to be the leading goal scorer in Major League Soccer. His productivity, if he stays healthy, will be important. Another thing that plays a part here, and that may just be something that keeps him from being the top scorer, is Copa America this year. And there's preparation that goes into Copa America, and then there's the tournament itself. So how long will he be away with the national team? That might play a part as well. See, I don't just give you picks.
You give us proper analysis.
I give you analysis, and I think about this stuff. So he's going to be the leading goal scorer, but not at the record-setting pace that he was last season.
If you had to choose someone to possibly threaten him this season for being top scorer, or give him at least a run for his money, who would it be? Because there's a couple other contenders too, but...
Yeah, you can go down the path of Bradley Wright Phillips, who people just kind of turn the page and just expect that he's just going to score goals. That's the point of his career that he's at now, is that they know he's going to score 20 goals and that's it. People are counting on it. It's part of what he does nowadays. And Bradley Wright Phillips, even though he's getting a little bit older, and even though New York, I don't know whether they're going to be the same sort of success team that they were last year, he's still going to score the goals. So if Josef Martinez is gone with the national team for a while, maybe BWP comes in and seals their way. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
Vamos, Venezuela. All right, well, I think from here down, it would be pretty hard to not choose people from Atlanta United, but we'll see. MLS MVP is the next one. I feel like there's a couple of contenders, including this man. How can you not pick him? Including a certain Pity Martinez as well, who there seems to be a lot of expectations on him. Carlos Vela always in the mix. And then there is Zlatan, in case you forgot, which we don't need an explanation there because he's just Zlatan, right?
Are you making the case already?
I just want to see which of those four kind of tickles your fancy. So,
yeah.
Oh, Ale, my boy, Ale knows.
You know it and you love it. And
yep.
And okay, so here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
There's a thought process to this. So Josef Martinez will be the leading goal scorer, but not at a record-setting pace. Zlatan Ibrahimovic last year, there were some out there that were making the case that he could have and should have been the MVP last year, even with Josef Martinez broke the records that he did. Now, in my opinion, once Josef started breaking records, then it was all over. It was going to be Josef Martinez. Zlatan this year, full preseason. Now, let's not forget that last year he was coming off a bad knee injury. Full preseason, ready to go, fit, a new and improved version of the LA Galaxy. Guillermo Barros Schelotto getting this team to play well. He's going to score goals. He's going to provide assists. He's going to provide the impact for the LA Galaxy. And he will be MLS most valuable player.
Now, what would you say to those people now that are questioning, hey, it's another year. It's not exactly like he's a spring chicken. We like to say Zlatan is Zlatan. That's the only explanation we need. But there is proper analysis behind this. So what would you say to those people that say, really, Ale? Because, you know, the wear and tear of MLS is a little heavier another year older.
For most people.
But not Zlatan.
For most people, I would say that is a valid argument. And in fact, coming into MLS, that was my fear and my concern as well. And then I saw him step on the field. And then I saw him enjoying himself in LA, on and off the field. Look, he likes the attention. He likes everything that goes with being Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He embraces that. He embraced MLS. He has embraced the LA Galaxy. He has embraced LA life. What's not to love about Zlatan? And, oh, by the way, it's 3 months removed from, I guess, his last game. And he might have thought, you know what, this is too much time waiting around. It's probably the longest that he's been off, other than when he's been injured. And he's probably thinking, you know what, it's time for me to get back on the field. It's been time for me to get back on the field. But I do think that the 3 months off allow him to get even healthier, fitter, stronger, ready to go, motivated. The LA Galaxy did not make the playoffs last year. The LA Galaxy were a failure last year, and he was part of it, even though he had a tremendous season. So I think there's a lot to be said about the LA Galaxy. They're going to be better. Guillermo Barros Schelotto will have that team ready to play, and Zlatan will be in the middle of it. MVP.
Zlatan only needs one person to believe in himself, and that's himself. And boy, no, you know, he does. All right.
You like that pick, though.
I love that pick. Ale, you never fail me. You never fail me. All right, breakout star now. Let's see who you went for. Oh, of course, okay. Of course. What's so special?
Well, this is not just a young, up-and-coming South American player that could have that could have an impact on the league. No. This is the most outstanding player for a championship team in Copa Libertadores in River Plate. So the expectations for Pity Martinez are, look, Miguel Almirón walked out this door, but we're not even going to think of Miguel Almirón because you're going to be here and you're going to do something special. That is the bar that he has set for himself given his performances with River Plate. And so therefore, yes, breakout star in a sense that if Josef Martinez is going to be scoring a bunch of goals, it's usually because this guy is going to be creating those opportunities. I expect Gonzalo Pity Martinez to come into this league and do the things that Miguel Almirón was doing and perhaps improve upon that. It's crazy to say that.
Yeah.
It's crazy to say that. But this is the most outstanding player in South America. You know how many good players are in South America?
Oh, yes.
A lot.
Alec came from South America.
Yeah, well, I wasn't that good. I wasn't Pity Martinez good.
Fair enough.
And so, what do you mean fair enough? It's one thing if I say it, but
if you say it, come on, it's true.
So I do think that he has a chance of making an impact in this league and making a splash that the people are expecting, to be quite honest.
And finally, this is the one that we know Ale is going to be checked on throughout this season, and it's okay because everyone likes to make, you know, picks for champions. So MLS Cup champion, who do you think is going to do it? will a certain team with certain hot players repeat or?
Hot.
Oh, you're saying they're going
hot.
to repeat. So Atlanta or Atlanta, as I've been taught to say.
How was that again?
Atlanta. You have to take out the T.
Okay.
So it's more like the name, Atlanta. So you're saying that's going to be one very, very, very happy city.
Okay. Josef Martinez scoring goals.
Yep.
This guy is providing goals.
Yep.
The talent level for Atlanta United continues to be, in my opinion, higher than everybody else's in the league. The only question I have is, what does Frank de Boer do with this team? What is that transition like from Tata Martino to Frank de Boer? If that works out and it's a smooth transition, then it's all about the talent that they have on the field. And so if Pity Martinez does the thing that I'm expecting him to do, and if he's scoring the goals that I expect him to score, and now you have guys like Julian Gressel, who continues to be a player that has developed and matured into a very important player for them, and then you just start seeing piece after piece after piece, you're thinking, man, this team,
solid.
When you look around, you're saying all the other teams have major questions, big questions. What are they going to do? What is they going to do? We just saw Toronto in CONCACAF Champions League. Ew. Okay, so you think about what Atlanta is, can be, and will be. Man, their ceiling is higher than everybody else's. And so if they play to the potential and the expectations, man, Atlanta is difficult to beat. And let's not forget, let's just say that they have home field advantage. Who wants to go and play there 70,000 people?
Nobody.
Huh? Who wants to go play an MLS Cup in front of 70,000 people? Huh? That is home field advantage. And that is the new reality of MLS. That is what it's becoming, and Atlanta's at the forefront of that.